Green light.
Mr. Widow. You only ever hear the stuff I say, but you never hear what they say.
I'm biased that way. All right. Anyway, so we got a recording live. We've been talking about polynomials, and we're talking about all kinds of different stuff. The lesson we were supposed to do yesterday was on theorems of algebra, and we were talking about the number of zeros, but we already talked about the number of zeros, right? The number of zeros is going to be equal to not sign changes. That gives me like positive zeros or negative zeros. But if I have a third-degree polynomial, how many zeros should I have? Three. If I have a fourth-degree polynomial, I should have four. Whether they're all real or some are imaginary, we know it's four. The degree of the polynomial is how many zeros I should have, right? So I didn't think we needed to do a whole lesson on that. I think you guys understood the idea pretty simply, right? Now, here's what we do need to do. Here's what we need to do.
You said you do.
Here's what we do need to do. It's going to be this, which is regression. If we're given some points, we got to be able to find the equation of that line. Does that make sense? So Colton, do you have a calculator? Did you get one? Let me. Make sure you guys have a calculator because we're not going to. I'm not going to teach you how to do this by hand. You would go crazy. You would go crazy. So instead, what we're going to do? Who doesn't have one? I'm going to go walk all the way over there and get one too. Again for what? Why would you do girls? Don't ever sock her. Don't ever sock her. Period.
Period.
Okay.
Supposed to leave her.
Waterfall. Oh, tsunami. That's the one I'm using my second one. I tell you, I'm all messed up. I will get it. I promise. Miracle. No que la pues.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's just frustration. Like son of a. Deja. Zoe. Thank you. Regression. We need to figure out, you're going to be given a bunch of points and you're going to have to figure out what the equation of that line is. There is some really hard ways to do, which is all algebraic, and I'm not going to do that to you because you don't even have the time. Like you would probably take all class period to do one problem, and if that's on the test, you don't have the time to do that in. Okay? So here's what we're going to do.
One problem.
So we're going to do it.
On the test.
Well, that's the bad thing, because if you get it wrong, then you have an F.
Yeah, but if I get it right,
Then we could just retake it.
you can retake it.
You only get so many retries, right?
Yeah. Just
So,
don't
thank you. We're going to use this idea of what's called the n plus 1 principle. The n plus 1 principle. Let's say that I had a fourth degree polynomial. A fourth degree polynomial. So something like x to the fourth plus 2x to the third minus 4x squared plus 2x minus 5. That's a fourth degree polynomial, right? What? I don't know, I wrote something. Yeah, plus 2x, it's right there. Just gonna wait, because I don't want her to miss this. It's a pretty simple idea. Okay? So I'm giving you a fourth degree polynomial. If I wanted to find the equation of that, I'm gonna need to have at least n plus 1 points in this case. So ladies, please. So here's what we're saying. In order to get a fourth degree polynomial, I'm going to need to have at least 3 points. 3 points. For any set of n plus 1 points, the coordinate planes pass the vertical line test. Oh, sorry, the other way around. Pass the vertical line test with a degree of n. So if my degree is n, so for degree, how many points will I need? N plus 1, I would need 5 points. If I have a quadratic equation is a degree 2. How many points do I need to be able to do a regression on it? 3. If I had a 6th degree polynomial for some reason, I would need at least 7 points. Simple idea. See?
One more.
Huh?
One more. Is it usually this pretty much?
If I had a third degree polynomial, how many points do I need? I would need 4. Does that make sense, everybody? No? Okay. Do you remember what makes a line? What do you need to make a line?
Points.
How many of them?
2.
2. So if I have a line, mx plus b, I need 2 points. So based on this theory, if I had something that was quadratic, then I would need at least 3 points. If I had something that was a third degree polynomial, I don't know, whatever, I would need at least 4 points. I need 1 more point than the degree of the polynomial in order to find the equation of that line. Okay?
So is
We're-
n the variable?
N is the degree of the polynomial. And then that just means I need 1 more extra point. Okay? So, we're going to make it easy on ourselves. Let me put on my software real quick here.
Can't we just plug it in?
That's what I'm going to do.
And then like find the coordinates?
Come teach us.
And then, like,
Come teach
put
us.
it in the-
Come up here and teach us.
I don't know.
Then let me do it.
I don't know.
So here's what we're going to do. You need to have your points, and we're going to go over to stat. So first start, I'm going to show you where you're going to plug your points in. Push the stat button, and we're going to go into the edit feature here. So in edit, and then if you have stuff in there, here's what you need to do. Go to the top so that the L number is highlighted. And then push the clear button. The clear button, and then push enter, will make the whole thing just kind of go away. Okay? And what you really want is to just have blanks there, okay? Okay, everybody get there and clear their list?
How did you get there?
I pushed the stats button. The stat button is right here. You push that, you'll see this menu. Okay? And then once you are on edit, you're going to edit that. So you should hopefully have it blank. If it's not, then just go to the top here, push the clear button one time and enter, and it'll delete everything that's inside of there. Okay? So we're there? All right, so let's go ahead and get back to here because I want to get some points for you guys. So you can't really see these very well, but these are 4 points. We've got 0, comma, -3, 1, comma, -1, 2, comma, 5, -1, comma, -7. So I have 4 points. What is the degree of the polynomial that fits these 4 points? It's a third degree polynomial. Okay? So it's going to be a cubic function. What we're going to do is we're going to, in that list, we're going to put all of these x's in L1. And all of the y's are going to go in L2. So I'm going to do that real quick. Just type them in there.
Wait, so what do I put in L1? The zeros?
All the x's, which are the first numbers, right? So you should go 0, 1, 2, -1.
And then do we hit quadratic regression?
Hey, how do you put -1?
There should be a button that says negative right down here.
It's right next to it.
Romo, this is
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good. You got it?
Yes, sir.
So what were they? 0, 1, 2,
-1.
-1. And then on the y's,
-3, -1, and 5. And I don't know the last bit. 7. What's up?
-7. -3, -1, 5, and then -7. So -7. So there they are. You guys good? I'll wait for you guys here. Who's still putting these in the calculator? I'll wait for you.
I'm done.
Elijah, did you say you're still putting them in?
I'm done.
All right, cool. So, right here is going to be the quit. I'm going to go second, quit. That should be back at this big blank screen.
Luego.
I'm going to wait for everybody.
Wait, press what?
I just quit. I'm at the home screen. So I just want to make sure that we're going to do the correct thing here. How many points do I have? 4. So the polynomial that gets created should be a third degree polynomial, correct? So when I go to my calculator, I'm going to go, oh, now I got to think about where I was supposed to go.
Isn't it
No,
stat?
yeah, it's in stat. Stat, calculate, and a third degree, that's what we're looking for. We don't want linear, we don't quadratic, we want cubic regression. So I'm going to select on 6. I was going to say, okay, where's your x's? My x's are in L1, my y's are in L2. And all I have to do now is go to the very bottom and press calculate. And there it is. Okay?
Wait, hold on. Stack.
So here's what we're doing. I'm going to go to stat. I'm going to calculate a cubic regression. Cubic reg. That's option number 6. It's going to say, hey, where are your x values and where are your y values? We put all the x's in L1. All the y's went in L2. So all I have to do now is go to here and calculate it. Now, for your information, this is the way you want to write it. And here are the A, B, C, and D. That means that your function is x cubed minus 1x squared plus 2x minus 3. And there's the cubic regression. There's the equation of that line. You see? Do that. I can do that. We can do that, or we can do one problem in an hour.
One problem.
I'd rather do that. Challenge me.
Wait,
Challenge me.
can you show me how to do it one problem an hour though?
No.
It for real takes that long?
Nah, not really. But it's you're gonna have a lot of systems, and you really don't want to do that. You remember the systems equations when you had like ax plus by equals this, and you have to do that. Well, in this case, it wouldn't be a 2 by 2. You would have to have a 4 by 4.
Oh my god.
And do we know how to solve that?
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Yeah, we're not gonna mess with that. Okay.
I would cry.
You guys good? No. What?
I keep getting the wrong answers.
If you got the same answer and someone doesn't, please go around and help them out. All right. So this probably has to do with your data. So we're gonna do stat. What were the? That's what they knew. Does anybody else need help with this? Ladies, did you guys give me thumbs up if you got the same thing I did?
How do you change?
Thumbs down if you didn't. Hold on, let me check this first. Thumbs down if you didn't. Thumbs up if you got what I got. Good, 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 good.
So then
Nation, did you get what I got?
Test?
Yes? Okay, one more time. Romo, you're asking?
So like you'll just fill it in on the test?
You just take that, put it in there, and then it'll ask you what the equation is. You just type it right into your computer.
The top of it, but you just fill in the numbers.
No, you might have to do the whole thing
When is the test?
tomorrow.
No.
I know you're lying. I know you're lying.
Not even.
That was not a good joke.
No?
At all.
You literally just gave me a heart attack and made me want to go jump up the cliff.
Yeah.
Literally.
Wait, so it's
Don't think I'm being dramatic because I'll go back to that. She'll say she gets pneumonia again. I still got my
I didn't take a pass.
yeah, and then I'm gonna be like,
Took a pass.
She really didn't. She didn't even come back with a pass.
it looks like it's
Because she left it over there.
I think I got.
What?
But I'm not even gonna say what they
That's
like.
like you plug in.
It's not just your God.
Because then you plug in one for you.
So stingy.
Exactly.
Waterfall. Tsunami! David, what's up?
How do you change the list?
How do you change the list?
So,
How do you change the list? Well, let's do that. Let's do it with a different problem. Let me go dig one out of here real quick. So we did that one. Here's this one. So let's grab, let's see here, we have a -2, 1, 0, 5, 2, 9, 3 comma 36. Okay?
Wait, don't change it, please.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go stat edit and just go to the top so that L1 is highlighted, push the clear button and push enter and it's clear.
That's not what I was asking.
I know. You don't need to know any more than that.
He's asking how to
It
change
says
the L1.
L3 instead of L2.
Wait, how you spell again?
Oh!
Oh.
You guys got these already? 'Cause I'm gonna-
Oh no, hold on. 9:36.
I know what your question is. Someone just waited to be like, así me cerquita.
Wait.
There are way too
Who
much
is it?
decimals.
Come over there.
I'm sorry, okay?
No, I'm just like, how do you see me? Like, when I get close, you say wait. I'm like, she's not even looking at me.
I can sense it.
That spidey sense is tingling.
Yeah. Like,
David,
every-
David, on the 1, 2, 3, in green will be L1, L2, L3. You see it? Look. Oh, sorry, the blue, in the blue. So if I go to stat, calculate, you see it? You just push blue and then L1 or L2, L3. And that'll change it for you.
Oh, it was because like if we're on the that was on there, I would need to like know how to do it. So I just write down like how to get to there. Okay. 2. 0.
You know what that looks like? That looks like those things from Chicken
Alright, so after that, you're going to go quit.
Yeah, I'm here to go second that. I'm gonna level 3.
You know that bringing him back? I can't get
I
the
can probably
arms
figure
right.
it
Like,
So you got it like early in the morning?
You got the date?
I want to come to school with my head.
I feel like I can get it. They drill right through your tooth. The nerve endings. Take them off. That way your tooth is just a tooth. Yeah. You know how sometimes you feel stuff? Because then you're gonna have a gap there. Yeah. Because here's what they do. They take the tooth, they drill right in the middle, and they cut off the nerve endings. And then they'll come back and they'll fill it. So the filling cracks.
Bro, that's obviously Patrick.
clipping.
Sir, Mr. Munoz. Alright, on my own time, I got it. I've been able to do this.
when I was trying to give a penguin.
What?
I worked on it.
No way.
I was a little kid. I was in 4th grade, which means I was about 9 years old.
Man, so it came out like
Clark
31
Penguin.
years ago.
Man, that's a long time ago.
Penguin's still alive?
There's no way.
That penguin is still alive? Shut up! It's a cartoon. Cartoons never die.
I thought it was dead a while ago.
You don't know that.
We don't know that.
I thought that was dead a while ago.
Alright. Well, it was, but he's saying they're trying to bring it back again.
No way.
That'd be awesome. I'll join it again.
See, but then it's like almost...
Update my membership.
I was like TikTok.
Someone give me the numbers, please. Tsunami! What are the numbers for X?
-2, 0, 2, 3,
And then over here,
1,
1,
5,
5.
936.
Okay, so if I do this, let's go stat, calculate, cubic regression, right? Because it's only 4 points. So I'm going to do 6. Now, look at this real quick. Oh, up. Okay. Come on. You could do it.
You pressed it 20 times.
I know. Look at this. This is really weird looking, right? I think you were saying that. 1.66666, that's actually what, 1 2/3?
Can't say that.
This is, you gotta move this decimal this way 12 times. That's a weird looking number. That's another weird looking number. I want to show you something. Here's what you're gonna do real quick. Down on catalog, you guys see 0 has a catalog button?
Yeah.
We're gonna go, wait a minute. Let me see if there's a easier way to do this. No. Okay, so anyways, let's get back to here. I want you to go second catalog. That's going to do this. That's going to give you every single function the calculator can do. Look for the button that has the letter D, which is x to the -1 right here. Just push that real quick, and it's going to jump to,
So where do you go?
Said
Second catalog and then where?
yeah.
And then
So
where?
once you're in the catalog, just push this button right here, because that has the letter D on it,
X and then -1.
right?
Second.
Just push the letter D.
Wait.
That's going to jump to all the functions with the letter D on it. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I want you to look for. You good? I want you to look for a feature that says diagnostics on. It should be a little bit lower. It says diagnostics on. There'll be diagnostics off. We don't want that one. We want diagnostics on. When
Press
you want
enter?
this one. Yeah, push enter twice until it says done or something like that.
Oh, wait.
Right?
Diagnostic.
Yeah.
Says done.
Good. That's what you want.
Wait.
Oh, they're right here. I was fighting with Galahar.
Take the fact.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Wait.
Wait. Okay,
Wait.
I just turned it on.
Alright, so click
Okay.
enter twice.
And I'm gonna go back to stat, calculate, option 6. You didn't get any extras?
No. Oh, I got R squared.
You should have got, yeah, you should have got an extra number. So you got the same thing. Okay,
R21.
R squared. R squared. Okay?
Said-
This number is going to help me determine how well the data fit this model. Okay? In this case, it's a 1. Okay? That number should be somewhere from 0 to 1. The closer you are to 1, the better the fit.
So this is.
In this case, it's a perfect fit. So it's a horrible model, but it's a perfect fit for cubic regression. I want to show you something. Maybe, now that my diagnostics are on, I'm always going to get this number. But I want to show you. Maybe I was like, you know what? I think a quadratic would probably be better than a cubic, right? Because I want nicer numbers. So I'm going to go to stat. Just watch what I do here. I'm going to go, instead of cubic, I'm going to do a quadratic, which is 5. Same idea. It's going to ask me where all my stuff is at. Push enter. Which one's a better fit? The quadratic or the cubic? The cubic. It was a perfect one, wasn't it? See how this is only 0.86? The numbers are a little bit better, but it's not a perfect match. The cubic regression is a perfect match. So what I'm telling you is, if you see something weird that's going on, maybe you went with cubic, try the quadratic and see if your R is better. If it's a 1, I mean, can you get any better than 1? No. Okay? But if that number is kind of low, like an 86, and then you're like, maybe it's linear, right? Or maybe it's this other one. Should I go degrees higher or lower? It should be lower. Because remember, the rule says if it's going to be a third degree, I need 4 points. So you can go downward in degree, but not upward in degree, okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, cool. Let's try another one. How? Are we done? Here, do this one. Now, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't plug in 1910, 1940. You're going to go crazy on that, okay? Here's what I recommend you do. Let's do 1900 being equal to 0, which means this would be a 10, 40, 70, 75, 95, and this would be what, 101? That's still kind of big. Never mind. Let's not do that.
So why don't we just like do 10, 40, 70?
Yeah, just do the first few then, huh? Let's do. Ignore those. Ignore those. I meant to drop it. Just do a regression with those. So you should have 10, 40, 45, 78. What regression are you going to go for here? Quad. Because you have 4 points. If you had all the points, what is it, 6 of them, then you would go for a 5th degree. I don't even know if you have a 5th degree.
Wait, I thought we went one less. So when do we go?
No, a quart is
square?
4. 5 would be a tenth something. So this only goes to,
So the 10, 40.
yeah, the quart is the highest it would do. It doesn't work? What does it say?
Okay, it just says error
Oh yeah, because you have to go squared, right? Because you have to go one less than how many? I did. Yeah, I did quad. So
Yeah, because this is 3 points, so you need to do quadratic. You need to do quadratic regression. You can't do cubic.
I thought quadratic was 4.
It's 0.001 remaining.
Quad?
Negative 0.02 remaining.
Yes, but it's quadratic. It's a second degree
Bro,
polynomial.
decimal.
For math, for 4 we use quart. Quartic. Yes.
What's quart?
4. 4 quarts in a gallon.
No,
So what's quad? I thought quad was 4.
Quart?
No, like QUIR.
Oh, quartz? Quartz is a stone.
Yeah, what's quad?
I'm sorry.
Because there was like what question in our homework the other day about whether it was quartic, or quadratic, and I didn't know the difference.
Quadratic?
Yeah.
Well, quartic is 4, quadratic is 2.
Yeah, and then there was a third one.
Cubic?
It wasn't cubic. It was like literally spelled QUIT.
Quid?
Yeah. And I'm like, I've never seen that.
I don't think I've seen that before. Find the problem and show it to me. I'd like to know. Right? She's so focused. Okay, guys, that's everything I've got.